The Predator franchise has always understood something that most science fiction refuses to admit. The most terrifying monster is not the one with the most advanced technology. It is the one that hunts with patience, intelligence, and a philosophy of death as art. After Prey rediscovered the franchise's soul in the forests of 1719 North America, and after Badlands pushed the mythology into alien frontier territory, the fourth chapter of this reimagined Predator saga makes the boldest leap, yet not into the future, but deeper into the past. The Myrmidon War plunges us into ancient Greece, 1190 BC, at the height of the Trojan War. The setting is not decorative, it is the engine of the entire story. The Myrmidons were no ordinary soldiers. They were the personal army of Achilles, bred for war, chosen for ferocity, forged into killing machines through years of brutal discipline. Ancient sources describe them as ant-like in their coordination, relentless, merciless, and entirely loyal to the will of one man. Achilles himself is a figure of godlike violence, a warrior who exists not merely to win battles, but to collect the souls of worthy enemies. He is, in every sense, the Predator understands, a hunter. The Yautja arrives not by coincidence. A feral elite, older than the one we encountered in Prey, scarred from centuries of hunts across dozens of worlds, descends to the killing fields of ancient Troy. The smell of war blood, the concentration of elite warriors, the density of skilled hunters in one geographical theater. This is what draws Yautja to human civilizations. Not our cities, not our gods, our warriors. The film opens with the Myrmidon war camp at night, fires burning low. Soldiers sleeping in organized rows like armored insects, shields stacked at perfect angles. Then the first disappearance, a sentry. No blood, no sound, just absence. It is a masterful opening that echoes the slow dread of the original 1987 film. What the Myrmidon War does differently from every previous Predator entry is that it gives us an antagonist-protagonist worthy of the Yautja in human terms. Achilles is not simply a target. He is a mirror. Both the Myrmidon commander and the Yautja elite operate by an identical code. Only prey that fights back is worth killing. Both believe death in combat is sacred. Both have an aesthetic relationship with violence. Achilles strips armor from fallen enemies as trophies. The Yautja collects spines and skulls. The film spends its first act drawing these parallels deliberately, almost uncomfortably. The guerrilla warfare begins in an ancient oak forest south of Troy, a place the Greeks call sacred to Zeus. The Yautja moves through the canopy, exploiting the same vertical advantage it used in the Central American jungle of 1987. But the Myrmidons are not the mercenaries of Dutch's team, confused and terrorized. These are men who have trained their entire lives for one single purpose: to kill efficiently in exactly this kind of terrain. They fight in tight, rotating formations. When soldiers begin dying, heads severed, bodies suspended from oak branches, they do not break. They adapt, they tighten. The film's central action sequence, the Oak Forest ambush, spans 35 minutes of screen time, a relentless tactical chess match. The Myrmidons use smoke from burning pine resin to obscure thermal imaging. They communicate in drumbeat signals that the Yautja initially cannot decode. A unit of 12 soldiers using linked shield formations manages to physically trap the alien in a ring of bronze, not to kill it, but to study it. The shot of the Yautja, surrounded by Myrmidon shields, mask tracking 12 targets simultaneously, is the film's most iconic image. The Yautja's response reveals something new in the mythology: improvisation. When its plasma caster is damaged by a well-thrown spear, it shifts entirely to wrist blades and environmental weapons, using felled trees as battering rams, weaponizing the forest itself. It is the most physically dynamic Predator we have seen on screen. Achilles himself does not appear until the film's third act, and his confrontation with the Yautja is the franchise's finest duel. Neither speaks a language the other understands. Both communicate entirely through combat posture and movement, a conversation in the grammar of violence. Achilles, recognizing a warrior of supernatural ability, removes his helmet before engaging. It is an act of respect. The Yautja responds by retracting its mask. Two apex predators, face to face, acknowledging each other before the final exchange. The Myrmidon War succeeds because it trusts the franchise's core principle. The predator is not